So say there's a working professional who's done the diagnosis properly and understood that they're in the wrong job, and now they want to switch an industry or a function. What do they do?
Please understand there are three types of shifts. One shift is just shifting industries, one shift is shifting functions, and one shift is shifting both. Now, shifting industries is the easiest kind of transition, right? Shifting functions is moderately difficult, and shifting both industry and function is pretty difficult. It's not easy, right? And again, you need a plan to be able to do this successfully. So business functions, the reason it's the easiest is because business functions apply across most, if not all, industries. Sales, information technology, marketing, operations, human resources, accounts, finance, product development, R&D, supply chain. Now these functions exist across multiple industries and businesses. May it be FMCG or retail or oil and gas or telecom, healthcare, BPO, IT, education, academics. They exist across multiple industries. Industry understanding is quite practical to build, right? But functional understanding is much more difficult to combine, right? So if you've built a career in finance, right? You went to school or college for finance, and now you want to move into IT. The functional knowledge you need to gain is going to be very different. In one, you were looking at financial statements, you were learning how to build a balance sheet and a profit and loss statement. Here, you're learning how to write code. It's two entirely different subjects, right? So this is the value of the education system, because this helps you open that door to that functional area, right? It creates that baseline of knowledge that allows you to play the game there, right? That subject matter expertise that you need in IT is very different from the subject matter expertise that you need in finance. That's why functional changes are harder. But when you want to change industries and functions, that's the hardest kind of shift. Now, this is going to be a 6 to 10 month, maybe a year-long project, right? And for this, you need to develop a accelerated dual learning plan. You need to understand and build that industry knowledge. You also need to build that functional knowledge. You need to build it to a point where you will be able to convince someone that you're worth it, to be able to take the bet on you. And for that, you need to deeply integrate all of your transferable skills. Skills such as strategy and analytics, your marketing and presentation abilities, your communication, your language abilities, your soft skills of being able to exert influence and build relationships, your process and technology skills, your project management and coordination skills. So these are all skills that are your transferable skills. You need to integrate them very deeply into the new industry and the new function. And then you need to learn how to market them, right? Building or showcasing your ability that you can bring worth to the table, right? That interaction, that brand that you're setting about, your involvement, your experience, all of that needs to start working in a positive way to get you to be able to cross that tipping point, that breakthrough barrier. So it has to be a customized application of all what I've just said. And that is where, learning how to build a compelling value proposition in a new area, showcasing that you have the ability to learn and deliver value in a new area, showing that off of your past track record. See, this is why employers look at resumes, because they want to make an assessment of what's the very best that they can expect from you. Because your past success or your past failure is the best indicator of your future success or your future failure. So, I can tell you in my own career, I made a shift from the consulting industry to the beverage alcohol industry. Okay, two very different industries. I made a shift from sales and business development to finance. And then I made several other functional shifts. The point again here is all of this can be done if you have a proper plan supporting it. It's not going to happen just because you desire it. You have to put a proper and a realistic plan. So you need to ask yourself, are you following a path that is practical, or is it just too long and elongated and not easily adopted? These are complicated shifts, especially places where you're shifting industry and function. So if you don't have a realistic, tried and tested methodology that produces results, you're going to land up wasting a lot of time in hit and try.